Okay, I'd like to welcome Dave Courchene into our territory. Dave, could you introduce yourself?
Abojo anin nigani akin in Anishnabe saging donjiba.
And welcome. It's good to see you again, brother. Just last year we got together in Hamilton. But it's always a pleasure to come and share with you. And today we wanted to talk to you a little bit about your work in sharing a message of peace that comes from the heart and a message that comes from the ancestors. It's maybe you can tell our viewers a little bit about the work you've been doing in those areas. But I mean, you've dedicated your whole life to our people, our culture, our identity. Maybe talk a little bit about that.
I first of all have to acknowledge the elders that have inspired me to embark on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
The more that I spent time with the elders and the more that I experienced the lodges of our people,
Mm-hmm.
the more I realized what a richness of knowledge that we have as a unique people.
Mm-hmm.
We've had to, of course, face some incredible challenges to keep that knowledge alive.
Mm-hmm.
And the elders have confirmed that we've arrived in a very special time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a time of great change and great opportunity for the human family.
Mm-hmm.
And the elders have made reference to this time that a new life is arriving,
Mm-hmm.
that the earth is giving birth to a new life.
Mm-hmm.
And the more that I've been able to receive the teachings from the lodges of our people and the teachings that have been transferred to us from the elders, I realize more than ever that we can fulfill the prophecy of our people,
Mm-hmm.
that we will find our rightful place in our homeland and be taken out from the marginalized world that we live in,
Mm-hmm.
by the fact that we are going to share the profoundness of the uniqueness of what a beautiful, beautiful people that we are.
Mm-hmm.
And it's simply because of the spirituality that we have evolved with as a people that has taken thousands and thousands of years for us to understand.
Mm-hmm.
And we've arrived in that time now to be able to share the richness of that knowledge. And I see that as really a reflection of sharing the heart
Mm-hmm.
that carries the original teachings, the original instructions that we were given on how to live.
Mm-hmm.
As a people, we have always followed the law. In our language, we refer to that law as the the great binding law of the Creator. The great binding law supersedes all laws.
Mm-hmm.
Any man-made law that might have been created does not supersede this great binding law that we call Ogichitibakunige.
Mm-hmm.
Every thing that we see with our own eyes that is reflected from what we refer to as the original vision of the great Creator that He had the power to manifest. And we see a clear reflection of His vision in nature. And everything that He had created has a spirit
Mm-hmm.
that has come with specific instructions on how to be.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at this tree behind us here,
Mm-hmm.
that tree, the seed of the tree, has fulfilled its original instructions on how to be,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of tree that it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And every living form that we see in nature has been given original instructions.
Mm-hmm.
And the great binding law connects all of us. We are all connected to nature, and every life form that we see that comes from the earth is connected or interconnected with that great binding law.
Mm-hmm.
As a people, we have been given some very profound teachings that are reflected through nature itself, where certain animals have been been the ones to be a symbol of those teachings.
Mm-hmm.
And that has become part of the foundation of my message whenever I'm given opportunity to speak to the human family.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, to remind the human family that we are all brothers and sisters.
Yes.
And then we have to find a way to be able to move beyond the separation and the division that we find ourselves in the human family.
Mm-hmm.
If one really understands the fullness of the spirit of this great Creator, the Creator did not choose to love one part of His vision more than the other.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, it is the expression of the unconditional love of the Great Spirit that we have been given the blessing to have life.
Mm-hmm.
And these teachings that have evolved from our ancestors that we are bringing forward today, I know can act as a foundation to help support the new life that has been confirmed from the visionaries and the prophets of our people.
Mm-hmm.
Because that day is here.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are challenged to go beyond the material, to go beyond the science and the technology, to even go beyond the mind and reach out to the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
In our way of life, it is understood that the spirit is in each and every one of us, that it is our heart that holds the spirit, that allows us to have life.
Mm-hmm.
And within the spirit itself comes the understanding of our purpose and meaning,
Mm-hmm.
on how we should live this human life. The other important thing that I feel that needs to be done is to help our children find the truth of their spirit, to find a vision that will help them to take us beyond this darkness that we have created as human beings.
Mm-hmm.
We need to help guide the young people of today to find the truth of their own destiny and their own purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is now that the young people are being given the opportunity to be able to change the world in the way that past generations have not been able to, or past generations have created such a material world that has not honored life.
Mm-hmm.
In our traditions as a people we have rites of passages that have always been successful and worked for us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
And that rite of passage is to help the young boy go from being a boy and into a man. And that rite of passage is to go to the land and to seek a vision. It is in our belief system that we will never become men until we are initiated by a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Because a young boy has to make a return back to Mother Earth to be able to seek out his real purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And what we see in the world today, that humanity has disconnected itself from the earth. That's why we're in a real mess.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't live the sacredness of the relationship that we should have with the land, that we should take care of the land.
Mm-hmm.
The rite of passage for the young girl are not being supported, where the young girl should be guided, mentored by the grandmothers to understand the complete deepness of the sacredness that they have as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
because they have been given the gift to bring life into this world.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way that the earth has been given the power and the gift of this higher power to generate whatever we need in order to be able to live and to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And what we have done to the earth, we should be ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
What have we become that we can stand by and watch the earth being destroyed? That we see the earth affecting the future of our own children,
Mm-hmm.
and we continue to support systems that do not support the future of our own children.
Mm-hmm.
As indigenous people, as the first peoples of this land, we make an invitation to all young people to come and join us as we share this rite of passage that they have a right to experience. In our belief system, we acknowledge and support that every child is born with rights that are not being protected. Every child is born with the right to have clean water.
Mm-hmm.
Every child is born to have a good mother and a good father. Every child is born with the right to know where he has come or she has come from.
Mm-hmm.
Every child has a right to know that there is a higher power of spirit.
Mm-hmm.
For us as indigenous people, we refer to this higher power of spirit as the creator, the giver of life, the great spirit. We can call it whatever we want, but there must be acknowledgement of that higher power. Every child is born with the right to be told the truth. The children are not being told the truth right now because people somehow lack the courage to be able to tell them the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We can't continue to support systems that continue to separate us, first of all, from the land.
Mm-hmm.
We can't continue to support ideologies that separate us as the human family,
Mm-hmm.
where we see a small group of people in the world enjoying, more than the full benefits of the earth. We can't continue to allow that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The disparity that we see in the world between the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
So where does our hope rest? First of all, it rests in spirit. And it's to connect with that spirit to guide anyone, of what their purpose and meaning should be
Mm-hmm.
in life. And for us as the first peoples, we have elders that can act as mentors. That, to me, is what's missing with the young people today. They have no mentorship and guidance
Mm-hmm.
in a proper spiritual way, where their spirituality is connected to the land itself.
Mm-hmm.
We will never understand sacred until we understand the vision that the Creator had manifested, what we call Mother Earth today.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that is alive has a spirit. That is why our people have this profound love for the land. It's a profound love of the Creator.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we love the land so much, because we love the Creator so much, because we know that He had put His Spirit in everything that is alive.
Mm-hmm.
The attitude that we can own the earth is ridiculous. We do not own the earth. We owe our existence to the earth itself.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we need in order to survive comes from the earth.
Mm-hmm.
When we see that people are taking more than their share of the land, it creates something that, or a consequence that we will have to pay for that.
Mm-hmm.
We can't take more from the earth than what we need. That is the teaching of the indigenous people. Take only what you need in order to live.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look at society today, I would say that 80% of what is being produced in the world today are things we don't need.
Mm-hmm.
What we need is clean water.
Mm-hmm.
What we need is good food to be able to eat.
Mm-hmm.
What we need is a spirit of love that will make life much better for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
What we essentially need is peace in this world. And I would suggest, to anyone that our first direction that we should go is to reconcile with the earth. We have to reconcile with the earth in the way that we have treated her.
Mm-hmm.
How else can we allow her to continue to offer us the blessings, for us to be able to live and to survive?
Mm-hmm.
We talk about reconciliation. What about reconciliation for what we have done to the earth?
Yes.
And that's my message.
Yes. Beautiful message, David. Wow. Just one last question about your lighting. You're a firekeeper, and you light sacred fires all over the world. And those fires, that is a symbol of the 8th fire that you're lighting?
There's a prophecy that, that many of us walk today. And that prophecy, we believe, is being fulfilled today.
Mm-hmm.
And the prophecy is that, a time would come when a new people would be born, and they would come from all the uniqueness of the human family.
Mm-hmm.
They would come from every direction. But it would be here in America that the beginning of the truth would be revealed.
Mm-hmm.
And the revealing of that truth would be led by the first peoples here of this land.
Mm-hmm.
And they would help the human family to reconnect with the Spirit. And in reconnecting with the Spirit is to find their way back to the relationship of sacred with the land.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that, and many elders believe that the prophecy is here now, and all we need to do is take advantage of that prophecy and help fulfill it.
Mm-hmm.
And what is so beautiful about the prophecy, that it creates a vision that could unite all of us without relinquishing the uniqueness of the distinctiveness that we carry in the human family. All we have to do is find the real spirit of love, and the real spirit of kindness, the real spirit of respect. You know, that is what will help us to become united as a human family.
Yes. Right on, brother. Just like to say, Miigwech, Niawe. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Aho.
Miigwech.
Aho.